Hi Tube, Red-Headed Stitcher here. Today is Tuesday the 31st of December 2024 and welcome if you're new here. I go by Red, I am the Red-Headed Stitcher and this is a channel primarily about cross stitch until I choose to do some other crafts. So today is my WIP Parade video. So I'm just going to be showing you all of the projects that I'm going to be going into 2025 in, and obviously I hope to complete each and every single one so I don't carry them across again. Chances are I probably will with a couple of them, but you'll see shortly the reasons why. And I just want to give you some stats. So I came into 2024 with 12 WIPs. And I'm leaving 2024 with 9 WIPs, but I'm only carrying across 2 from the ones that I carried into this year. So, and my total number of finishes, because I can update this now since I did my end of year review, well, it's only gone up by 1, it's 176 finishes. So it's pretty good, isn't it? And if you want to sort of know a bit more information about those finishes, it's the last video before this one, not the booktube one, which was an experiment. I'm not sure if I'll be continuing to do separate videos about my reading, but feel free to watch either of them. Feel free to watch all of the videos. There's also a playlist set up for all of my Flossmas videos, all 24 of those that I did in December as well, so feel free to give them a little look as well. Most of them are quite short, less than 5 minutes, so ideal if you just want something small just to have a look at. Right, 9 WIPs, okay. So what I'm going to do in this video, I am going to start with the oldest WIP and and I say trying to because I've got to remember when I started them. I'm going to the soonest started WIP basically. Okay, so my oldest WIP is this one, the best treat of all, which has been designed by Wrendale Designs and the kit produced by Bothy Threads. This got a lot of love and attention in October because of the Halloween theme of it, and this one I started 2 years ago in 2022. I don't have a precise date, but I know it was 2 years ago, and this is my progress. As you can see, I've come down a bit here. So when I picked it up, and you'll see in the Flossmas videos, it was picked as a daily spin one day during that time of my 12 days of Stitchmas, and got 1 day of love there. So I've decided this is going to be my January focus piece, but it will be mixed in with a couple of smaller things as well, because I know I just cannot work just on this and this alone for a whole month. So we are over where the coming down. Oh, we're more there. No, we're here, aren't we? Yeah. Right, I'm looking at the reverse. I'm sort of mirrored in the camera screen at the moment. Anyway, yeah, so as I said, it's going to be my focus piece, and I really want to have this finished by the end of next year, which I do feel is completely possible. It is not the hugest project in the whole entire universe. It just needs to be worked on. You're not going to finish any sewing unless you actually work on it. So, and I'll try to remember to give you all the stats as possible of the project. So like I said, so it started 2 years ago. It is on a 16 count fabric, and I believe it's called Azalea by Fabric Flair, which you can purchase from in the UK. Here I get it from Lakeside Needlecraft. I'm not sure about stockists in the States, but they do ship to America as well if you still wanted to use them. So closer, so yeah, so I think the reason why I get a bit resistant to work on it is how the chart is. It's a black and white chart. I can't obviously show you the chart. It's a black and white chart. There's those are symbols, and as you can see, similar colours. You know, a couple of stitches here, a couple of stitches there. Not quite confetti, but I pulled it out a few months ago as like a one-off WIP thing to work on a Sunday. I ended up with a migraine after working on it, so it kind of put me off. But then I managed to sort of get my head around it and everything, and sort of paced myself with sewing. So it is a page finish what is done up the top here. This down here is another page, and then where the that Cavalier King Charles, or is it just a? I'm not the best at dog breed names. The one with the dog wearing the hat. We'll go with that. The dog wearing the hat. I believe it's over 2 pages to the other side. So anyway, I'm happy with how much I've done, and like I say, so when I come to you this time next year with my WIP Parade, you won't be seeing it because it'll be finished. It's probably making too big a promise to myself with that. Okay. In the same year, no, last year I started this one. I started Cut Through Cruise Ship, another Bothy Threads kit. And there is so much detail going on in these cut through ones. There's so many different cut through kits. If you're interested, I mean, there's like a cross stitch shop, there's a toy shop, there's North Pole, there's a Halloween one, there's a Princess Tower, there's, yeah. Definitely search Bothy Threads cut through, and when I cut through like THRU, and you'll bring up loads. Right, so how am I doing on that? Right, so what I ended up doing, I decided I'd come all the way down from the top to the bottom. Not quite sure why I did it like that. You'll see that I seem to have different ways of working in all my projects. And if you don't like outline, these kits are certainly not for you, because there is outline, there's tons of outline. But it needs it, and you're glad of it when you've done it, because it brings everything to life. So yeah, started last year. This has been done on an 18 count Cloud Summer Sky fabric flare fabric. I'm not going to make any promises about having it finished. I mean, the best treat of all is my oldest WIP, so that one I really want to have finished. This is actually, I've decided it's going to be my February focus piece. So if I ended up alternating the two over the course of the year, maybe both will be finished. Maybe you won't see either of these in my WIP Parade next year. That'll be quite cool, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to pause you right here as I rearrange. Okay, so my next WIP, I don't have a picture of the finished product because it's not finished yet. This is the Arctic Animals sew along with Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So I just put up a picture that they've supplied showing the sort of digital image of it. So this is where I'm up to at the moment. I am behind. I've got the Aurora to put in, border, side border, and a seal to put in there. It's been sewn on fabric flare 18 count. I think it's called Arctic Sky. But I'll bring it in closer. So as you can see, we've got it's a pale blue, and we've got sort of snow effect on the fabric as well. And you'll also notice when as I'm saying this, I haven't actually put the image up, so I'm not sure if it will have them. Each animal has a name block next to it, and I've purposely missed them off because I just don't like them. So when it's finished, and some people think, well, you haven't done that bit, I'm not doing that bit, so that's that. I had a break from it because I wasn't 100% sure about the aurora part and the constellations and things like that. I wanted time just to sort of work out if I was happy to carry on and put them in or not, so that's why I am behind with that one. And I'll see if I finish it next year. I'm not sure because I sort of go off and on it at the moment, so after that one, so oh, and to say I started that in this year, and all WIPs from that one and going forward, they are all new starts this year. So the next one, the chart, lives in this lovely bag that I had specially made for my birthday, and it is Long Dog Samplers You Belong to Me. This was a birthday start, and it's been sewn completely in just this one colour, which is DMC 4025. And here, see the size of the frame, it's bigger than me. That's what it feels like. Yeah. And that's how much progress I've got so far. This is a 16 count Rustico fabric. You've seen the thread that I'm using on it. There are two reasons why it's not done yet. It's massive. I'll get the chart back out to tell you just how massive. I think there are bigger ones that they've done, in all fairness, but this one is stitch count 253 by 313, 253 by 313 stitches, and the frame is, as you saw, is massive. Now I had a couple of years ago frozen shoulder, and because of the timing of it and everything, you couldn't get appointments or anything, so I was not offered physio, so I'm left with a sort of it doesn't hurt all the time, but I can't hold that for an extended period of time. So what I end up doing when I get the urge to work on it is I do sort of like one thread in the morning, one thread in the afternoon, one thread in the evening, just to keep myself going on it. And I do love it, and I want to finish it and everything, but I just cannot work on it for an extended period of time. It took a while to actually be able to adjust holding it so I wasn't blocking my view, like for instance of the TV, because to start with I thought I can't even watch floss tube or anything whilst I'm sewing this, but I've managed to sort of readjust myself and everything. But yeah, so I make no promises for that being finished by the end of next year. I haven't even completed a page yet. Pages is there. Let's see if I can see that without. I mean, that's page 6, but how it's been printed, it's not a full page. The chart doesn't fill the whole of the page, and they're double-sided as well. So yeah. Okay, so what I think I'd like is to have finished that page, and then maybe the above and below of it. So I should just have left it out. I'll keep opening and closing this bag. Right. So where I am is it's like there, and the page comes to like those dotted bits just there. So there is a bit below. So yeah. So I want to have, by the end of next year, like that done. So that is 3 pages basically. That would be, I think. So yeah, so that is what I want. So by the end of next year, I want the best treat of all finished, possibly the cut through cruciate, possibly Arctic animals, and 3 pages of You Belong to Me. There we go. How many of these? I'm not writing these things down because I'm probably setting myself up to fail. They're just hopeful wishes. Okay, so after that we have my second biscornu. I managed to do one biscornu this year, which was so it's these designs by Hands On Design, triple play baskets, and there's one for each season. And I did a summer one. It's all assembled, it's all together. And then I started the autumn one, and then I made, this is the top one, so the top, which I just recently finished a couple of days ago. And I had it on a bit of a timeout because I made a couple of mistakes on it, and I thought, no, I don't want to look at it at the moment. And I made a start on this one. This is going to be the other side. Huge start, as you can see, huge progress. So yeah, so it just needs to be worked on, that's all, and then assembled and everything, and then it'll be done. And then there's the winter one, and then there's the spring one as well. So if we're going with wishes, I wish to have my autumn biscornu finished for the end of next year. Okay, right, down there. The rest sort of started roughly within a couple of days of each other. So how many have I shown you now? 2. Let's show you the Christmas Tiny Town. Okay, so Christmas Tiny Town. This is, did I say? Oh, that fabric for the autumn biscornu is the same as the best treat of all, which is 16 count Azalea by Fabric Flair. Told you about that fabric. Yep. Right. 14 count cream Ada band. This has been stitched on. I made a couple of adjustments to the tree on the end there, and the pennants I made of red and green. So this is just over halfway finished, so I should definitely finish this by the end of next year, and I've got other tiny towns I want to sew as well next year. Okay, so here. Okay, so this is my cottage garden series I had for my birthday. So this is Christmas Eve. It's number 12. Yeah, number 12 in A Time for All Seasons series. So this is obviously the December one. And that's my progress so far. 1 day's work during my 12 days of Stitchmas. 18 count, I think it's called Reindeer Dash by Fabric Flair. So yeah, not a lot done, but hopeful finish for next year. It's not massive, it just needs to be worked on. In all fairness, it's only had 1 day's work on it. So because of the fabric I'm using, I won't be sewing the trees or any snowflakey things that you see around, just sewing him. He's absolutely gorgeous. I could just stare at him for hours because I think he's absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to have him finished, and I would really love to have him on my wall next Christmas. Right. 3, 4, 7. Have I shown you 7? Didn't feel like it. Okay. Next project. It's in this little bag. WIP Santa 2024. The only WIP Santa I have. I aim to get more of the previous ones. In fact, if I turn it over, there's a picture of the year before. But I'm trying to make a promise to myself not to buy anything at the moment. I've got tons to be sewing and everything, and I just need to make a bit of a dent in my collection before I actually buy anything else. Right, so this is the same fabric. Yeah, it's the same fabric as the Arctic Animals, and I made it my mission. This is one day's work, and I finished the little snowman in the stocking. He's absolutely adorable. So there's still a fair bit of work to do, but I don't think it'll take me that long really. I can't see why this would be in next year's WIP Parade, honestly. Okay, so then I am going on to my last WIP, which I started 2 days ago. Tentmakers Smalls, January by Carolyn. So I finished the August one unboxing day, and then I wanted to do another one. So thinking, oh yeah, well that'll be right because it's next month. I have no idea how long I'm going to be working on this for because of all my other WIPs, but here it is in my birthday Q-snap. It's lovely and it's stunning, and I love the whole series, and she's got a new series starting now with these reef ones that look stunning as well. And she spoils us with all her charts. So yeah, so I think I could say I will finish it. Yeah. It won't be a quick finish. They take longer than you think, because I was surprised. I was still sewing it on Christmas Day, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a Christmas Eve finish, and I was sewing and sewing and sewing. I felt, why am I not anywhere closer to finishing this? So I mean, I think they take a couple of weeks of love, but just needs to be picked. That's all, to be worked on. Right, let's try and put this back in carefully. I'm going to pause you whilst I do this. So I've talked about having focus projects. So January focus will be the best treat of all, and February will be the cut through cruise ship. I will not be working on them solidly for the whole month. The plan is that each day I have a new wheel that I will spin, and on that wheel it will have the focus project and other WIPs, and also a seasonal one, because I want to make sure I get some seasonal sewing. So for instance, if tomorrow I spin the wheel and it picks seasonal, I'll be sewing something small Valentine, so that it's ready for February. Once that's done, it's picked, it's sewn, it's finished, then it comes off that wheel, so then there'll only be 2 choices of the season, the focus project and the WIPs. If it picks WIPs, I've got a WIP wheel, and they are the smaller WIPs, so it wouldn't be like the long dog wouldn't be picked from that, because I could not work on it all day. But if I feel like working on it, I'll pull it out and put a couple of stitches in it, you know. So yeah, so that way, even though they're going to be focus projects, they will not get love every single day, but that is okay, because the chances are that I mean, there's more likely to get picked for starters on that will process than just thinking, oh, I'll just sew what I'm in the mood for, and then you look at it and think, not today, not today. And also then that will sort of limit my sort of seasonal sewing a little bit as well, because I was tending to do like a load of things for the following month, every month and everything. And actually I don't need to, but I want to do at least one thing. So I will do one thing. And once that's cleared and everything, then that's fine. And then on the WIP wheel, I've put down, for instance, like Tiny Town. I haven't put Christmas Tiny Town, because what I want to do is when I finish the Christmas Tiny Town is then do the Frosty Tiny Town, which I'm actually meant to be doing a sew along with Sally of Sally Stitches and then Deborah of the Kensington Stitcher. So reason why I didn't immediately do that when they started theirs, I did the Frosty frill as part of the sale, but it was a bit of a challenging stitch that day. I have no idea why. They're not massive or anything, but you know when you have a day when you sew and everything feels like it's not quite working, that is exactly how it felt that day. So I thought, no, put it on timeout until you feel happy to. And also having 2 tiny towns on the go just seems a bit silly when I can just work on that one, get it finished and everything, and then go on to another tiny town. And then I put on the WIP wheel Cottage Garden rather than just Cottage Garden Santa. He's in a series of 12. So what I want to do is when I finish him, do the next one before, however I'm feeling. And then that way, and the same with the Carolyn Manning as well. So I've done one, it's a set of 12. You know, there's plenty more that needs to be done. So then that way I'll be working through series as well. So hopefully when I come to you with my WIP Parade next year, I will have at least one of my 2 long-term big projects done. And the small ones you won't see, but you might see another one if it's part of a series. So it could be, I don't know, like the Harvest Tiny Town or any tiny town, and the Cottage Garden maybe like the January one or something like that, depending on how I've been working on them. Yes, I've had 166 finishes. It wouldn't bother me if I come to you next year and I only have finished 10. It means more to me that the WIPs I'm carrying forward constantly, it feels like, that they are done. I don't want to have them for 8 years or anything like that, because I think if I had them going on that long, I think I'd just go off them completely. So yeah, so a number of finishes I hope to have by the end of next year, but it's what they actually are is more important to me for 2025 than the actual number. So I hope you've enjoyed my WIP Parade. If you've got any questions or anything, please feel free to comment below. I will put on the end my Instagram name as I usually do, so feel free to follow on that. And if you're new and you've liked the content, feel free also to subscribe, so you will be able to see the continuation of the journey of these WIPs as I try to get them finished as well. And to wish you all Happy New Year, and I hope 2025 is going to be better than 2024. And so that is it. So until next year, and most likely the next video that you'll see will be a regular floss tube as well, either at the end of this week or more likely next week. Make sure I've got some definite content to show you guys. So that is it. So I'll see you next year, and then so until then, bye.